right, welcome back to another After Dark, everyone. Hope you all are having a good night so far. Hope you guys had a good day. I'm in the mood for a Michael Jordan video, so this one's going to be simple. This one popped up on my feed. It is from the channel Dime, which is actually like usually over the top and more like comedic. And this one's simply titled, When Michael Jordan Lose Control. It's not when Michael Jordan lost control, it's Michael Jordan lose control. I just realized that. Oh, screw it. Oh, man. That's so funny. A channel with, even a channel with 600,000 subscribers. You make a typo sometimes when you're doing a video title. Sorry, that slipped my brain. Anyways, you guys, let's kick back. Let's enjoy this one. It should be a fun ride. I'm going to link the original video from Dime down below. If you guys want to check it out, the link is going to be right there in the description box for you. I don't know what's wrong with my brain right now, but I'm going to try to sharpen up my brain here. Maybe I need some caffeine. Anyways, link to the original video is going to be down below in the description. You also see a list of channel members. Shout out channel members. I appreciate you all. This might be one of those videos that gets copyright claimed because it's going to be all footage and stories. But either way, I appreciate you all. Thank you very much for the support with the memberships. Guys, like the video. Let's do this. Let's do it.
These are times Michael Jordan lost control.
Oh, I hated him. And yeah, he carries even to this day.
What would they consider my good name? The purest of all pure? Person that doesn't make mistakes.
And first, watch Michael Jordan violate Mark Jackson. But what he did at number 19 was even worse, because he was ready to throw hands with Xavier McDaniel.
Both clubs going at each other. Michael Jordan and Xavier McDaniel having words.
But look, even in retirement, Jordan is losing it, because at number 18, Malik Monk is catching straight.
Oh yeah,
when Malik Monk comes out on the floor, he's supposed to be on the bench. You can't do that. Afterward, Michael Jordan.
Oh man.
He's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
You dummy. You can't do that. He missed the first time. This one he got him.
Now for number 17, Jordan had to stop his teammate from losing control. Because
that is a dummy slap. Like, what are you even thinking, you dummy?
Rodman was going ballistic when MJ and Scotty stepped in.
Rodman rebound, timeout, Chicago. And Kersey knocks the ball away. Be careful.
Oh yeah, they put him to the ground.
I'll tell you, Scotty and Michael, I said, Dennis, you're not getting anything right now.
I would not want to be a part of that threesome. But anyways, for number 16, MJ...
Hey man, that's leadership though. That's the exact leadership Dennis Rodman needed. Because if not, then he would have got ejected 3 times as much. But he had guys like MJ, Phil, and Scotty willing to literally slam his body down onto the ground to get him to calm the F down.
He lost so much control, he almost ripped Reggie Miller's head off.
Oh yeah, claw his face.
Now Michael Jordan and Reggie Miller having a go at it. There'll be fines handed out all over the place here, but more importantly, what in the world?
Yeah, he went to gouge his eyes out.
Jordan never got a chance to face off with LeBron James. I know he wishes he did, because for number 15, he was ready to suit up.
Michael Jordan and the Hornets, just a little bit too much to handle.
Now for number 14, we got the time MJ lost control of his body, because he showed up to the NBA's top 75 player ceremony wasted.
Wait, I never thought about it. Was he drunk or just having fun, man?
Well,
That's
look,
hard to
no
tell.
one can make Jordan snap like the refs, because in triple OT against the Jazz, MJ had already choked 2-game winners. And with him going through every emotion possible, the refs pushed him over the limit.
Malone trying to beat the clock. Jordan got a piece of it and a foul. With 5 seconds on the clock. Michael not happy either. They drive down the side. MJ hit a basket with 4 points. There's a technical on Jordan.
Yep. He earned it there.
And Jordan is thrown out of the game.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Jordan shouldn't be pointing any fingers.
You can't do that, man. You can't get that close.
What he said at number 12 was out of pocket.
Folks are asking me about.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I talk about this. I brought this up so many times throughout random videos. I hope Dime does this right, because it looks like they're actually we're gonna see what Muggsy has to say. Did Michael Jordan call Muggsy a midget? Here we go.
Is what he said at number 12 was out of pocket.
Folks are asking me about a trash talker when we played against the Bulls in the series, and they thought that Michael called me a midget, saying that, you know, you little midget, but, you know, those type of things, you know, they don't affect you. You know, it's just the game that we playing, and that, you know, those things that come out, you know, we call them a black cat, you know.
But it's not just anger that got MJ losing control, because at number 11, he started
Oh, they didn't show it. Oh, man, I swear. Damn, man, I'm gonna have to find the clip someday, just for redemption. I swear. Muggsy says clearly Jordan didn't say that. He said shoot it, you know, but he didn't say shoot it, you effing midget. I don't know what the truth is, you guys, because it is MJ and he is talking trash. So I'm not saying like, oh, MJ wouldn't dare. No, MJ would. MJ would dare. But Muggsy himself is saying he didn't say it. So I got to kind of believe Muggsy in this situation. But they did some clever editing here.
In tears and became the biggest meme on the planet. And after the tragedy of Kobe's passing, Jordan knew he could never escape it.
And he was just trying to be a better
Oh, man,
person.
come on. We can't put this in a funny context.
Now he's got me. I'll have to look at another crime meme for the next.
You know, I saw this live when he did it, and I can't believe he made it. He made that joke, but it was so real. That was the last time we seen him cry. Man, that was like such a real moment in front of a crowd. And you know, the funny thing is, I don't see anybody memeing this one. So he kind of got ahead of it. Man, what a damn. Ah, damn, man. 5 years ago.
Up clutch with that speech. But look, we've reached the top 10. So from here on out, Jordan is getting even crazier. And first, Jordan
didn't plan on it, but rest in peace, Kobe. Didn't plan on it in this video. Damn, man. I don't know why that celebration of life hits me, man. It really, we got to move on.
Showed how dangerous it can be to be his teammate. Because after a soft whistle during practice, Jordan threw hands.
Phil put Steve Kerr guarding me.
We were on opposite sides in a scrimmage, and he's talking all kinds of trash, and I'm pissed because, you know, we're getting our ass kicked.
Phil sensed my aggression, but he was trying to tone me down, and he starts calling these tick-attack fouls. Now I'm getting mad because for you to be protecting this guy, it's not gonna help us when we play New York. It's not gonna help us when we play these teams that are very physical. Next time he did it, I just hauled off him. And I said, when I fouled Steve Kerr, I said, now that's foul.
I tend to snap at some point because I'm extremely competitive too.
Yep.
Just not really good enough to back it up usually. But I'm going. I'm gonna fight.
He hauls off and hits me in the chest. And I just haul off and hit him right in the eye.
Imagine having to get your jaw realigned just to be friends with MJ. But look, for number 9, we got MJ's craziest trash talking ever. Because one unlucky player
I always feel like that one's a little blown out of proportion. Even though MJ took full accountability for it, apologized, you know, called him, and everything was kosher after that. You know, they won 3 championships together, and there's never been any bad blood. But I mean, the order of operations is they're getting in a scuffle based off of basketball plays, setting a hard pick, right? So he sets a really, really hard pick, which technically is the first shot. But really, if you're talking about a non-basketball play, Steve Kerr punches MJ in the chest. So someone punches you in the chest, you kind of up the ante. You know what I mean? These things elevate in a fist fight. So you punch me in the chest, I punch you in the face, you know? And if you get up from that, then we're in a full-out brawl. But if you break it up before that, we're okay. I'm sure most of you guys know, and you agree, like that's just the order of operations of how it goes. But Jordan's first hit was a basketball play, a very hard pick, but he didn't throw a punch, you know what I mean? He retaliated a punch for a punch received. Anyways,
a hard way why Michael Jordan is the GOAT. See, the Bulls were trailing the Memphis Grizzlies heading into the 4th because Jordan was playing like garbage. And while MJ
I guess I'll sum it up like this. I don't care what the situation is. If someone's gonna punch me, I'm punching them back. Like, whatever the situation is, you're gonna actually punch me, I'm punching you back. So, and if you do punch me in the chest, I'm probably gonna, I'm punching you in the face because that's what comes next.
On the bench, some dude named Derek Martin thought it was time to run his mouth.
We walk in, we're waiting our turn. Finally, it's our turn.
This game.
We come on. It's 6-6. going to 7. I come down on the break on the wing and go with what we call a hands-up move, like I'm going to shoot the shot. Michael jumps up. I go by and lay it up for game. I commence to talking the best trash ever against him. I said,
"You faked the GOAT."
Yes. Michael, you get out of my town. This is my town.
Wow.
You're not even the real MJ, my man.
I've seen this a couple times. Who is this guy? What is this show that they're on? This is like the weirdest setup for some basketball stories ever.
Johnson is the MJ. I'm just going. Chris Mills, 6'8", picks me up when my feet are dangling, and he says, "Derek, stop." And I'm like, "No, I'm just going in.
Big mistake, because MJ checked back into the game and dropped 19 points in 6 minutes.
Yep.
But Mike still wasn't satisfied, so he went for bro's dignity.
He catches the ball in the post. He does the typical Jordan fadeaway. He knocks down the shot. They go up by 6. He turns to the bench and says, "Shut up, you little."
Nah, MJ didn't just show you greatness, he showed bro who his daddy was. But imagine risking your life for an NBA game. Because for number 8, Jordan suited up even with the flu. Look, the night before Game 5 of the '97 NBA Finals, one pizza put the greatest player of all time in shambles.
But it's like 10:30 at night. I'm hungry.
Oh,
We find one pizza place open. When the pizza came, there was 4 or 5
Should
guys.
we just call this Pizzagate?
Outside the door. They're all trying to look in, and, everybody knew his mouth. I put this pizza down, and I said, "I got a bad feeling about this."
I eat the pizza all by myself. Nobody else eats. I wake up about 2:30, throwing up left and right.
By game time,
Any other nerds out there, every time you hear "I got a bad feeling about this," you think of Star Wars?
Jordan could barely stand. The man was dripping sweat, gasping for air. Any normal person would have been hospitalized.
Yeah.
But MJ walked onto the court ready for war.
I know. They should have had an IV like waiting for him on the bench. Like every time he sat down, they just like put the IV in and just pumped him full of liquids.
Somehow, the man went nuclear.
Yeah.
38 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in the worst condition of his life.
Monster.
So when the game was over, MJ collapsed into Scottie Pippen's arms. But for number 7, he had the longest beef in NBA history. Because if there's anything Michael Jordan is known for, it's to hold grudges.
Legitimate with the hatred between those teams and those Pistons.
God hated him. And yeah, he carries even to this day.
I mean, for years, the Detroit Pistons not only broke Jordan's heart in the playoffs, but he was barely able to make it out alive after getting jumped. Yeah, they were trying to put Air Jordan in a wheelchair. But in 1991, the Bulls were tired of getting bullied and finally got their revenge.
The Pistons
sweep
with the indication that it is all over. A great run has come to a close.
But instead of shaking hands like grown men, Isaiah Thomas walked off like haters.
As time runs
down. Yeah. So it's cool. You can shake each other's hands, but you can't shake the winner's hands.
Pistons wasting
Not cool, man.
time in getting out of here. They left the bench, although there's 7 and 9, 10 seconds remaining.
And Isaiah could just. He can get the monkey off his back. It's been so many years, guys. This is 1991. It's 34 years or something like that later. He can get the monkey off the back if he just says, "Yeah, man, we all messed up. That's not the way we're supposed to do it. You're supposed to congratulate the team. Every year the Bulls lost to us in the playoffs, they congratulated us. We were in the moment. We shouldn't have done that. I regret it, and I would like to put it behind us, So I apologize to the Chicago Bulls for that. That was stupid. I'd like to move on. It would all just go away. But instead, he always doubles down and triples down. Oh, that's what the Celtics taught us. We're just doing what we were taught. This kind of crap. No, at that point, it's like, yeah, it's never going to go away. And that's probably why Jordan still hates them to this day. They won't apologize for this damn thing. Just be the bigger man.
No handshake, no respect. So Jordan was livid. And to this day, Jordan isn't going for any excuses.
Yeah.
Talking about the walk-off.
Well, I know it's all bullshit.
Yep.
Whatever he says now, it wasn't his true actions then.
Yep.
It's time enough to think about it. Or the reaction of the public that's kind of changed his perspective of it.
Dude's still beefing with Detroit like it happened last week. But for number 6, Michael Jordan lost control of his reputation.
The thought has occurred that you aren't really gambling with money. You're gambling with your reputation.
Oh, I did a reaction to this whole interview.
Gambling with your good name.
What would they consider my good name? The purest of all pure? Person that doesn't make mistakes?
See, Jordan faced so much criticism for his gambling habits. He couldn't take it anymore. Look,
by the way, you could totally tell that this is the time when him and Charles Barkley became very close friends, like right around this time. And you could just tell that we all have influence on each other, you know, especially when we're very close. And in this scenario, on the opposite end of this was Charles Barkley making commercials, literally saying, "I am not a role model. Like that's the parents' job." And then MJ here getting just like crucified over gambling, and he's like, "So what? You know, what's my good name? Am I perfect? You know, no, I'm a human." He finally got fed up of being treated like some kind of messiah, you know?
MJ was the face of the league, and he had more money than he knew what to do with. So off the court, he was racking up insane gambling debts. And he wasn't just betting for fun. He was going all in. Golf games, card tables, casinos, you name it. Even in the middle of the biggest points of the season.
Is it really that much, though? Like, I always combat this one because it always confuses me. The guy, like, he's worth billions of dollars now, right? So in the grand scheme of things, they caught him for a couple $100,000 worth of gambling in golf, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was just a couple $100,000. For a multi-billionaire, what the hell is a couple? That's like $10 for me or you.
In the 1991 playoffs against the Knicks, Jordan drove all the way down to Atlantic City to throw some dice. And when reporters caught wind of where Jordan was going, the rumors went wild. People were saying he had a serious gambling problem, that he owed hundreds of thousands of dollars to some shady characters, and even that the NBA might have to step in. Air Jordan's reputation was lost, and he was turned into a villain. So right before game 1 of the playoffs, MJ sounded off.
With the glasses. With the sunglasses, the worst look. Worst decision ever, MJ. Why you gotta wear those sunglasses in the dark? Oh, man. The crazy thing is we all, even us Jordan fans, we saw this and we're like, oh, crap. Did he get into a fight? You know, like, is there a black eye in here or something? Like, did he get punched? Oh, it was not a good look, man. Ahmad, you failed that time. You failed your friend that time. You should have been like, yo, take the freaking glasses off, MJ. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. Because this was MJ's idea. He said, I want to address everybody. I want to address all the controversy. Ahmad, I only trust you. Get the glasses off, man.
Yeah, that I was being considered a criminal for doing something that is not illegal.
And that is key, by the way. I stand by that to this day. And I point this out all the time because I don't understand why everyone is acting like he's cheating or, you know, doing something illegal. It's not like he's selling drugs or, you know, he's got a gambling ring with the Israeli mafia like other people or something like that. No, he's just betting on golf games that he's participating in. It's not illegal. So why were we all why was that we weren't? Why was so many people and still this day freaking out about something like that? Like, especially in 2025, where gambling is literally everywhere. You pick up your phone and you can place 10 bets in like 5 minutes.
Legal. Gambling is legal and betting is legal. Yep. For what I bet, yeah, it's a little bit more than I wanted to lose. I mean, I didn't bet to lose, but I lost it and I paid off all my debts. I didn't want to go to NBC or anyone else and let them know, hey, I lost $500,000. I'm going to pay it this, I'm going to pay it that way. You know, I thought I was taking care of what my responsibilities were, and I lost. My family's not starving. My wife, if I had a problem, would have left me. You know, certainly would have came to me and said, hey, seek help. My family, my mother and father, who we're close-knit people.
Yeah.
And they have monitored me from when I was a kid, when I was born, up until where I am now. And if I ever had a problem, they never
Sorry, I caught something.
When I was born.
Why did that caption like that? What the hell is that?
Up until where I am now. And if I ever had a problem, they never had a problem telling me that I had a problem.
Yeah.
Basically, MJ told the world, I ain't broke, so mind your business.
Hell yeah.
So for number 5,
I'm down with it, man. If you got money, listen, and for those of you who know me well enough, I'm not a big advocate for gambling. You know, I don't advocate for like the betting apps and all that stuff. Like it's a dangerous hobby to have, man. You can lose everything that way. However, one, he's not breaking any laws. He's not breaking any rules. And he got a lot of money, okay? So if he's gambling a couple $100,000, it's nothing for him. Okay, for me, it would be devastating, and I would my whole life would be absolutely ruined. For him, it's nothing, man.
Lost control of his own career. Because in 1993, the pressure, the media, and the worst tragedy of his life pushed him to a place where even he couldn't handle it. No matter what he did about his gambling rumors, he couldn't escape it. But then, something happened that shattered him. In July of 1993, Jordan's father, James Jordan, was murdered in a terrifying highway robbery. And that broke Michael. Because that wasn't just his dad, it was his best friend. The man who was there for every championship, every big moment. And now, he was gone. Just 3 months after his father's death, he did the unthinkable. He quit basketball, sat in front of reporters, looked the world in the eye and said,
I've heard a lot of different speculations about my reasons for not playing, but I've always stressed to people that have known me and the media that has followed me that when I lose the sense of motivation and the sense of to prove something as a basketball player, it's time for me to move away from the game of basketball.
He was tired, he was grieving, and he had nothing left to prove. But sometimes, MJ doesn't just break records on the court. Because for number 4, he broke the record for the biggest divorce in history. See, MJ and his wife, Juanita Van Noy, had been together since 1989, back when he was still rocking the short shorts and had hair. She watched that man become one of the richest celebrities on the planet. But after 17 years of marriage, things fell apart. And when you're Michael Jordan, a breakup isn't just messy, it's expensive. Because Juanita walked away with a $168 million settlement, the biggest celebrity divorce payout in the history of the time.
Wait, okay, I was going to say at the time,
They basically lost an entire NBA team's salary cap in one check. But anyways, for number 3, we got to talk about the craziest disaster of MJ's life. Look, Michael Jordan was the GOAT on the court. When it came to running an NBA team, he was the WOAT. Back in 2010, MJ brought the Charlotte Bobcats. Yeah, before they were the Hornets, thinking he could bring his winning mentality to the front office. But under Jordan's ownership, Charlotte became a basketball graveyard. Because he surrounded himself with yes men, made horrible draft picks like Adam Morrison and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. In 13 years, they made the playoffs twice and never won a single.
I stand by the Adam Morrison. I thought was actually a good pick back then. It obviously didn't pan out. Yeah, Gilchrist, no, I could take one look at that jump shot and be like, I don't think we can fix that.
Playoff series. But in 2012, things would get worse because they would end the season with a record of 7-59, the worst in NBA history. MJ really built a team that could barely win a game every other month. But the biggest problem was that he ran the franchise like he was still a player. So by 2023, MJ had enough. He finally sold the team for $3 billion. But let's be real, he was running from the L. But look, number 2.
Hey, man, at the end of the day, he didn't make $3 billion, but he made at least $2 billion off of that. I can't imagine he paid more than $1 billion for the team. It had to be less than that. So we could say, yeah, did he win championships? Nah, but he sure made a lot of money.
We got to talk about how Jordan lost control of the most important relationship of his career. Because Michael and Scottie Pippen went from being the NBA's ultimate duo to sworn enemies. See, in 2020, the documentary The Last Dance dropped and took over the world. All the behind-the-scenes drama of the 90s Bulls dynasty was revealed, but Scottie was pissed. See, when the documentary aired, Scottie couldn't believe the doc was another moment to glaze Jordan. And when he finally got the chance to speak his mind, he didn't hold back.
I thought it was a great documentary. I felt like the documentary only told a story that sort of glorified him as a player and not glorified us as a team. I mean, he was a great scorer, but a lot of things that he did was based on him as an individual. And I think basketball is a team game.
It all reached a breaking point when Scottie's contract got aired. See, Jordan was making $32 million salary and living large. Meanwhile, Pippen, arguably the second best player on the team, was stuck with a $2 million salary.
I know, but that's not something to get mad at MJ because that was his first big payday. And then Pippen got his first big payday right after that. It was a sign-and trade with the Bulls. But it was his contract's fault. He's the one who signed that, 10-year contract? Yeah. It's complicated, man. All this stuff is complicated. But the thing is that if there's anybody like Pip should have been mad at, it's not MJ, because MJ was getting criminally underpaid as well as Pippen. They both were, you know, because they got in back when the Bulls were nothing, you know. There was, I don't know. Why get mad at each other for that? Like, I don't understand. Because, I mean, Jordan didn't get mad at Pippen for it, but why is Pippen mad at him? And especially all these years later, when at the end of the ride, Pippen earned way more than Jordan did in the NBA. So what's there at the end of the day to be mad about?
Then, in 1998, Scotty sat out half the season.
I get why he'd be mad at the front office, you know, for not renegotiating his deal. You know, a 10-year deal, they're 6-time champ, whatever, you know. They're after the first repeat, at least, at that point, it should have been like, hey, can we renegotiate? Can we restructure this deal? You know, just throw me an extra couple million a year. Let's be fair. And, you know, if I was running the front office, I would have 100% done it. I would have done it to keep Scotty happy, for sure. But the thing is legally, the contract's the contract. They're under no obligation to break that deal. But if you're going to be mad at someone, be mad at the Bulls front office. Don't be mad at MJ, man.
Open to force a new contract, but MJ wasn't showing any sympathy.
I had a ruptured tendon in my ankle, and I decided to have surgery late because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to put my summer up trying to rehab for a season.
Yeah, but again, in doing that, you're not punishing the front office. You're punishing your teammates now. Because now they got to go through the first half of the season, and they're exhausted at this point. You know, back-to-back championships, and they're going for a third. They're exhausted, and now you just left them hanging for half of the year. You know what I mean? You did not punish the front office. You punished your teammates. And that's where I have a disconnect from him. Because I get what he's feeling. I'm mad about it too. And if I was in his shoes, I'd be really mad about it. But you don't punish your teammates for something they didn't do.
Pippen of the Bulls will be out for 2 to 3 months.
What Scotty was trying to do was trying to force management to change his contract. And Jerry wasn't going to do that.
So in Scotty's book, Unguarded, he called out Jordan for his selfishness, for playing basketball when the Bulls needed him and constantly cheating him out of money during their legendary gambling session. But what really stung the most was the fact that Jordan was a producer of the documentary, pocketing a cool $10 million, while his teammates didn't see a single dime. Now for number one, Jordan let all his emotions go. See, Michael was known for being cold-blooded. The man didn't let anything get to him. But in 1996, he lost control in a way nobody expected, and it was all about his dad. Remember, Jordan walked away from the game because his father died, and in Jordan's first full season back with the Bulls, Mike got back to the finals where he poured in 27 points and 4 assists a game. And fate had something poetic in store, because Game 6 landed on Father's Day. So Jordan came through with the finals MVP.
We're in the final second. The Chicago Bulls have won the 95.
What are you doing, Randy? I always want to know. What are you doing?
After winning his 4th championship, it wasn't the usual cool and collected MJ. This was bigger than basketball, because after years of living through grief, this man who never showed weakness went into a room away from everyone and broke down.
An emotional moment for Michael Jordan.
Yeah, even the greatest player to ever live can lose control.
It's crazy. I mean, he came back, one, because, sorry, the image in front of me is it's too distracting. Okay, hold on. There we go. It's Klay Thompson, like, picking his nose, man. I can't. I can't do an outro while looking at that. No, man, I mean, everything I've ever heard from MJ talking about it is, one, like, it was hard for him to go back because his father wasn't going to be there anymore, but I know deep down inside he felt like this was the right thing to do, to walk away from the baseball thing and go back to the Bulls. Because the other thing that he talks about whenever talking about when he was not playing basketball was now Scottie Pippen knows what it's like to have that weight of being the leader. And he's talked about this quite a few times. And he said he actually felt sorry for Scottie because, you know, all those years before, he had Jordan to take that weight, you know, take that responsibility, take that pressure, and Scottie would go out there and just do a kick-ass job, and they'd win. You know, he's doing his part. But he felt bad for Scotty because he was like, I'm not there to protect him now. You know, so when he talks about wanting to go back and play again, that's a lot of it. He was like, my little brother needs me, you know, Pippen needs my help. I'm going to go in there and help him, you know, get rid of this burden of being the leader, because we all know, Scotty wouldn't want to hear it, but some people are built for the leadership and some people aren't. Scotty was the yes man leader, okay? The first year without Jordan, the Bulls team was so happy because their leader was now Scottie Pippen, who was like arm around you, constant like positive reinforcement. You know, that feels good for a while. So they actually played good that first season. Then Scotty did what he did against the Knicks in the playoffs, and now everybody questioned his leadership. Okay? So you fast forward to the next year, there's no more lovey-dovey. There's no more, you know, good cop's gone, and Scotty didn't know how to beat a bad cop. So all of a sudden there was zero leadership. Enter Michael Jordan. You know, Michael Jordan had to come back in that situation. If not, the Bulls would like literally, they probably would have dismantled within one more year. You know, by the end of that second year without Jordan, they probably would have just dismantled the team. Got rid of everybody. But anyways, that was a tangent. Sorry, you guys. I should head out here. Guys, this was a fun video. Thanks for watching with me. Leave your comments down below. We'll have a conversation like we always do. And guys, like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And most importantly, the be water, my friends.